I'm taking a pissmas on Christmas. Oh, my wee nook is out in the light. I don't want passerbys to get insecure. So I'm hungry, man. This is my first time I left my abode for the evening. Look at all these icicles, fam. This is what happens when people leave everything alone. It grows beautifully. I'm a Sagittarius. The adventure of my life represents a lesson humanity needs to learn with the 33 life path. So what would the theme of this be? Oh! You ready? Can you extrapolate? What? You have your ID on you? It is. What happens when people try to exert control over things that aren't theirs to hinder their growth? You want to? We have a guest. We have a guest today, guys. Have you guys figured out why? You know, you've been looking out recently, and you've been seeing the stars have been shimmering and glowing in these weird colors that are brighter than stars. But you just take it in as that's a star. No, these lights that you see that look like stars that you look at for a second, you're like, I've never seen a star look like that. Why is it like shimmering different hues? And then you don't see one again for a while. There's none in the sky, but there's one above my tent right now. Unmoving. Let's see if I can show you the shimmering light. It's going to be hard to tell between the ice. But there's one out there. That's called a plasmoid. It's 0 point free energy. It's just a constant cure for the raping and killing of other nations and inhabitants of other lands that do not belong to the group of people that the police really think and the white people really think that they're a part of. Back to blue until it happens to you, right? I don't want to be high no more, no. I just want to be on the ground and normal. I don't want to be high no more, no. I just want to be ground and normal. This is my favorite part right here. Look at this. That's all ice. And because of this light, it comes down like the old holy architecture where it had that middle point that gets bigger at the top right there. So I don't know what's open on Christmas, but I've got no food. I don't even really want food, but the parasites are hungry and everybody else has just done a pagan ritual. So of course I felt all the different attacks heavily. So I'm gonna go out on my nightly haunt and try to find me some food. If the Chinese place is open, thank you, Uncle Will. I'm not gonna post. I'm gonna unlist this in the summer next year, and I'll title it Christmas 2024. But I don't want to be on the ground and normal. I'm on the ground, and I'm cool. We're gonna go till the clock stops. Okay. This was always my favorite part of the journeys, when I'd be so stressed out from everything, and I finally got my break where I could extend my wings, and I didn't feel like I was congested by the constant following of NPCs, crows, and all the enemies that wanted to disrupt and destroy me, when I could just finally be at peace and I felt like I could have control over my heart space to get back into my songs. Like a Sagittarius escapes into the future, I could escape into my music. And it's just me and the stars. I got a shooting star. God. So when you're like this, how could you, like, imagine you talk to the stars and you see the response, and you talk to the forest and you see the forest creatures and you see the spirits, and your intuition gets proven right every day. And then you're tortured, where you're kidnapped and taken by people that are so far away from all these amazing experiences you've had that it feels like you're speaking to, like, it feels like you're enslaved by Vikings. They just don't understand they're stupid little goblin freaks that are angry at you because you have something they never will. But just like the Bible says, all you have to do is ask. And then you'll be humbled and brought to the ability to have those experiences. And that does not mean safely, comfortably. I know I should be looking up at the stars while I talk, but there's nothing for you guys to look at because you can't see it. Just to show you, I brought that shopping cart back. So then I'm gonna show you where the police parked. Remember when I was live streaming and they pulled up as a show of force? What was it? And then on the 22nd of this month, there's another shooting star. Do you see it? There was a second show of force where they pulled up at the McDonald's I was eating at, 3 cops deep, and sent in a mental health worker to make up my mental illness. And then when he couldn't, he still tried, and I had to show him that he was being recorded in order for him to stop trying to lie, to force me to leave town. When all I did was come here to make content safely, away from people that had done the same thing they did for the past 150 miles. For the past 10 years. You understand me? But apparently, it's all me. And my junk smells. Which I'm going to fix right now. So look, this is not a parking space. He has no reason to be here. It was a closed building where you can't get in here. He didn't get out of his truck to get supplies. He parked right here. See, there's the camera and there's this. And I was sitting, look, because of this, you can't even get to where he was. Directly there. And he was just sitting there staring at me while his partner drove around the back. And they were preparing to get me. And then I caught them on the live stream. And then they both took off. That's called a show of force, intimidation, and abuse of power. And I swear to God, in 6 months, I will be rich and I will have an army. I will be part of something greater, and I will be a king as I've been. And I will continue to get better, and I will make all my songs, and I will make my movies and my album and my book. I will write my book, and it will be the best possible version, the perfect version of the book. It will have all the lessons that I've learned in my life, and everything that I've done, and everything that I've been through, everyone that I loved, and everything that they became. And it will have everything that I've become, and it will showcase exactly how I've grown. And I will be a lesson and a legend. so that I didn't go through this for nothing. You can't have all this proof of the world being tailored to my life like a video game and have it just go nowhere. I haven't even pulled my pants up. There's the cop. What's he gonna do? I'm letting my pants sag today. I have not buttoned my pants since I pissed. I just kept walking because my hands are cold. So he sees me walking down with my pants at my ankles. He's slowing down. He said, oh, he probably slowed down because it was a cop. Yeah, that was a random. I just want to see what he'll do. Fuck with me on Christmas. Yep, he's coming back. What you gonna do? Look what God does. I didn't realize this was gonna happen. And now I'm being used as bait for a tyrant pig that rapes women. Yeah, that's a cop. He turned around just to see where I'm going. On Christmas. On Christmas, guys. Just because my pants were a sagging. It's not at my ankles, but and I'm wearing pajama bottoms. So let's see if anything is open. This is way more than 10 minutes, I bet. My hand is starting to freeze. Let's see if so if we see a cop and he comes around, we're gonna know. Some other things is that the way thoughts come into my head is like a filtration process based off of all my experiences that allow energy channels to flow through to allow me to incorporate more. And then the town network seems to be putting firewalls to stop it. Grid systems to hinder my ability to do anything. It looks like the Chinese restaurant is open. So I'm gonna put in an order for Kung Pao chicken and lo mein. And then I'm gonna sit here and watch my videos until it's done. Because my fucking hand is cold. My hand's fucking cold. Hannaford's is closed. There's a Chinese place down the road. It looks like there's a truck and it looks like there's a car here. So I'm gonna assume that it's open. Yep, there are two nice white cars over here. That's really funny. God, imagine the type of heroic deeds these Chinese families have endured trying to start their business in a place that has just attacked me for being indigenous. Imagine what it was like for the immigrants 30 years ago when there was no body cameras and it was these same cops. Yeah, they are open. And they're already moving like mycelial network robots. God.